Hello there everybody, I'm Hannah from Fortitude Training, bringing you the training you need for the culture you want. In today's video, I'll be sharing 10 ways to improve employee engagement. These tips will enable you to get the best out of your team and ensure that you're retaining and attracting top talent to your organisation. Before we get into that, I'd love for you to show your support for me by leaving a like for this video, so hit the thumbs up icon on YouTube right now to leave a like. And if you're ready to find out my 10 ways to improve employee engagement, then let's get started. Number 1. Introduce mental health wellness days or personal days and encourage employees to take them. And don't be afraid to use them yourself if you're in a leadership position. Oftentimes leaders, and in particular senior leaders, feel a pressure to be seen as perfect. We're all human, we all have things that happen in our lives, and we all need to prioritise our mental health and well-being. And seeing leaders practicing what they preach around mental health and well-being will help reduce the stigma around mental health in your workplace. Number 2. Seek monthly feedback from your employees to gain a better overview of how the month has gone for everybody in your organisation. Seek feedback on the highs and lows and get individuals to rate how they're feeling. But here's a word of warning before you do this. Make sure you address any issues arising out of the feedback. If you don't, not only will you be wasting your time, but you'll probably end up making things worse. Your team will see you're being disingenuous and they'll lose trust in you. So only seek feedback if you're genuinely committed to acting on it. Number 3, hold regular coaching or supervision sessions so employees feel supported in their role and receive regular feedback on their progress. There's nothing more frustrating for an employee than feeling completely out of the loop on whether they're doing a good job or not. And it can be very damaging for an employee to suddenly blindside them several months down the line with feedback, maybe at probation review, telling them all the mistakes that they've been making. Plus, by then, the habits will be so ingrained that they'll prove much harder to correct than if the feedback was delivered in a timely manner. So don't delay and give feedback as and when it's required. You'll be doing your future self and your employees a massive favour by doing so. Number 4, provide opportunities for your employees to develop through formal training. Nobody wants to feel stagnant, and fostering a culture of learning and development will give creativity in your organisation a welcome boost. You could look at introducing apprenticeship schemes, which aren't just for young people or school leavers, but for any employee with a learning knowledge gap. I would know, as I used to be an apprenticeship trainer myself, and I had students who were in their teens and other students who were in their 50s. You could also consider providing employees with an annual training allowance that they can utilise to participate in training of their choice that's relevant to their role. Offering that autonomy around the choice of subjects will help employees feel more empowered about their professional development. Number 5, make provision for flexible working opportunities. If the work doesn't have to be completed within core hours, why not give employees the opportunity to work flexibly? Increasing numbers of organisations are moving away from the traditional Monday to Friday 9 to 5 routine that's been with us since the Industrial Revolution. Companies like Netflix, LinkedIn and Evernote were early adopters of this revolutionary approach to flexibility. These companies shifted their focus from whether employees worked their core hours and took their standard holiday allowance to focusing more on whether or not the work was getting done. Interestingly, when Kickstarter adopted this approach, they soon found they had to scrap their unlimited holiday allowance as employees were experiencing burnout because they weren't taking enough time off work. The ideal solution would seem to be somewhat of a middle ground where employees feel they have autonomy to have some flexibility around their working life, but with some broad guidance and measures to ensure that employees are still getting that vital time and rest away from work. Number 6, agree and implement a business communication strategy so that employees feel in the loop with what's going on in the business. People don't like change, and they don't like feeling like there's something going on that they're not aware of. You can listen to episode 8 of my podcast on how people respond to change, where Danielle Heward and I discuss this in more detail. I'll leave a link to the episode in the description bar down below. But the best way to go about implementing a communication strategy is to seek feedback from your employees about what they want it to look like in terms of the method and frequency of communications. Number 7, adopt informal and formal employee recognition schemes to help employees celebrate each other's achievements and recognise contributions to the business. There could be a financial gift attached to them, or it could just be feedback in terms of written or spoken recognition in a team meeting or a company newsletter. You could try business-wide awards like Employee of the Month, giving shout outs over email, or even just remembering to acknowledge somebody when you pass them in the kitchen or corridor, praising them for some particularly good work that they've done. We all like to feel like we're doing a good job, and receiving some unexpected positive feedback gives people a boost and is likely to make them work even harder. Number 8, value their input. Of all the things that you can do that will actually disengage employees, making changes to policies and procedures that directly impact the way they do their job without seeking their input first has to be in the top 3. Whilst the need to make changes in business is inevitable, when you're seeking to make process improvements, it's wise to seek feedback from those who are actually responsible for carrying out the task you're looking to improve. They'll have a better idea of what changes might be beneficial, and they'll also be able to alert you to any workarounds they may have implemented themselves that you might not even be aware of. They can work alongside your consultants, developers, and business improvement team to construct a more effective solution. When you fail to seek their input, you'll probably find that you'll uncover problems further down the line that those less familiar with the process hadn't anticipated. But you'll also leave your team feeling frustrated that you didn't seek their feedback in the first place. And 9 times out of 10, they could have helped you avoid the problem if only you'd asked them first. Number 9, create a mentoring scheme. This will help your less experienced staff and those looking to develop their careers to learn from the top talent in your organisation. It will also massively help with succession planning if you've already primed your existing staff to fill those more senior roles. In the long run, this will save you time and money on external recruits, and it will show your existing employees that you believe in investing in nurturing the talent within your organisation. Number 10, promote the right people. Be sure to only promote the right sort of people into leadership in your organisation. When you promote people into management, it has far-reaching ramifications. It impacts their direct reports, the wider team, and your clients or customers. If you promote people into leadership when they aren't good with people, it can have a devastating impact on the wider team's performance, staff retention, and customer experiences. You can't deliver good service from unhappy employees. So it's vital that leaders are carefully selected, well supported, and properly trained. That will help them to bring out the very best in their direct reports, who in turn will deliver the best possible service to your clients and customers. Well, that was 10 ways to improve employee engagement. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll always know when I upload. And be sure to let me know what you thought of these tips and if there are any more that you would add to the list too. Just before you go, I'd love to hear from you about any more videos you'd like to see from me. If you don't already know, my channel and my training company, Fortitude Training, is all about providing the training you need for the culture you want. I'm passionate about employee well-being, engagement, and creating happier and healthier workplaces. So if there's a video you'd like to see, or if there are particular challenges that you're struggling with, maybe in your organisation or as a leader yourself, be sure to leave a comment below letting me know what the issue is, and I'll add it to my list of videos to make. Well, that's it from me this week. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.